Hello there, it's another episode of One on One with Azza TV. My name is Favour the Vegan Tea and I am the host for the show. You know how we do it. On today's episode, I have a guest. She is a remarkable young woman whose journey reads like a blueprint for purpose, courage, and early ambition. She is the founder of Prima Africa. Prima Africa is a startup based in Abuja that advises startups and government agencies on strategy. She is also the organizer of TEDx Gwarinmpa and the author of the book Becoming Who You Are. Ladies and gentlemen, no long talk. Join me in welcoming Edobor Favour Angel. Round of applause. Welcome to One on One with Azza TV. It's nice having you here.
Thank you.
And it's nice sharing a name with you.
Oh, wow. It just clicked. Oh, actually true.
Welcome.
Okay.
So quick one, can you tell us a bit about yourself?
Oh, wow.
Aside from what is on your bio.
Okay, I'm not going to go through my bio now.
Okay.
I'm going to share who I am and also part of who I'm becoming, right? I mean, my book is Becoming Who You Are, so it tends to tell a lot about me. So I'm one young lady that has based her achievement on pain. A lot of the things I've learned, who I have become, came as a result of pain. And I don't share this every day to people, but I feel like I can actually be very honest here with you, you know. I got to start my own startup, you know, as a result of embarrassment, as a woman, fitting into the shoes of men. I grew up in a family where I had to live up to purpose and expectations. And it wasn't my call, but I had to answer the call almost every day. Waking up 5 a.m. in the morning, somebody is expecting you to do something, you know. I had to take that in. And there are times I wanted to cry. There are times I wanted to shout. There are times where,
times like that.
you know, there are times I felt I was getting it all wrong, but I still had to chase that vision on a daily basis. I had to live up to people's mindsets on a daily basis. So I can tell you that who I became right now, or the person I'm becoming, came through some level of betrayal. There was somebody that did something, that sparked something. So there's always a catalyst. There's always a catalyst. So I'm not saying the pain is pain, but I'm saying the pain is a good catalyst to my results, you know, that pushed me to become who I am. And aside from that, I'm a young Christian girl. I love God. I love God a lot. I don't say it often, but I think I say it often too. I love God. Yeah, I love God a lot. You know, the gospel is something I'm climatizing with. I embrace a lot, and I'm really happy about. So that has helped me to heal from those times where they would, you know, make me feel very aggressive, you know, make me get angry. I hold on to the word of God. Make me feel, so I hold on to the word of God to say, you know, what his word says at every point in time. And Christian family, right? I'm the firstborn of my father.
Wow, that's lovely.
So we're 5 girls and no boy.
Ooh,
So I'm the first of the 5 girls. I love speaking English a lot. And I'm someone I studied communication. I had a diploma in mass communication at the age of 13. Wow. And that was when I served as a photojournalist at the age of 14. So I'm not going through my bio, so I'm skipping that part. Yeah. Then I learned communication. I mastered the act of communicating with people. And I got to fill into big shoes. I was always in the front line. One of the things you see in my bio is leadership.
Yes.
Because of I had to assume those positions at every point in my life, right? I had to pick it up because there was nobody to do it. And being the firstborn, you have to understand what it is to take up responsibilities, right? So, yeah, that's a part of me that is not in my bio. So that's for me, I know it now. So
That's actually a beautiful one. You know, at age 14, I think you have a lot going on. Achieved a lot at age 14. You started documenting
photography.
Nigeria's political and national heartbeat at age 14.
Yeah, yeah.
That's correct, right?
Very correct.
So how did it feel like walking into the Senate press gallery at that age? What did it teach you about leadership and power?
Leadership is encompassing. It accumulates a whole lot of things. It takes power in, it takes people, it takes mediocrity, it takes hypocrisy, it takes a whole lot that makes leadership, you know. And
It's not
power
easy.
is an acquaintance to leadership, but it's not just that. But it doesn't end there. Power is like the icing on the cake, but the main cake of leadership is carrying people along.
It's not an easy journey.
It's not an easy journey. And aside from that, you're carrying these people's vision along with you. Aside from that, you're carrying these people's family, life. So one of the things I learned...
Trust.
Yes, too. Trust. One of the things I learned while I started working at National Assembly with the Senate press team was you have to live up to people's lives and reputations. So those politicians, all they are concerned about is how they look outside. Yes. What you do is to put them outside. And I saw people that were from different backgrounds. I saw people that were from different upbringing. You know, another thing we're talking about here is upbringing. That's a crazy game. Yes. People from different points of lives that, whether it was hard, it was sweet, all you have to do is what? Deliver. Yeah. All you have to do is to live up to them and work with them.
They don't care what you do.
They don't care what you do.
Just deliver.
So even down to our leaders too, they don't care what you do. Down to the richest man, he doesn't care how you get it done.
Just get it
but
done.
you have to get it done, right? So I think one of the things I learned at that moment was having results. As a young person that knew where I was coming from, my foundation, I didn't want to disappoint my father. Yes. I just had to keep on living in that light. Follow the light, you know, take it up and don't mess up.
You can't.
You can't. Don't even think about it. Let it not cross your mind. So there were men, you know, wanting to move under my skirt. But they didn't know my age. I'll tell you a story. I was covering a Senate committee meeting for Minister for Transport as at then, and I was in the meeting with other photographers. I was there representing my boss. My boss didn't want to go for the meeting, so he sent me with very big cameras. I went there, and it was so... Those other photographers were like demons. Like, they want to... Because I'm a young girl, they want to use me
What
to...
age?
I just clocked 13.
Wow.
So I finished my SSC at the age of 12. I got my admission to study my diploma in mass communication at the age of 12, 13. That's early. The same year, yeah. Wow. So the next year was as I was doing my diploma, went for my IT, went to National Assembly to cover as a photojournalist. So that was where I practiced my photojournalist skills. Already, I was already in the media space in my church. I was doing the Lord's work there. Wow. I was projecting, I was producing, I was directing in church. So it has been a young age thing, but it was more like a mental thing for me. So I was always in it. So while I was at that meeting, I just felt I was in the midst of my folks, my people, church. I just felt like, this is church people. Yes, you understand? Yes. So like, it's chilled, you know. But I was very, very young. So I was about leaving. The meeting was over. The Minister for Transport held my hand. He said, "How old are you?" Because first of all, you see the cameras I'm holding. Yeah. Person within my age fits, forget say they hold camera, start to the fidget. I was chilled. I said, I'm just clocking 13. Wow. This man just looked at me, said, "What are you doing here?"
Actually, I'll ask that same question.
What are you doing? I didn't look like my age. I've never really looked like my age. So I said, "I'm doing my job." He saw me with the camera. Throughout the meeting, he was looking at me, but I didn't really notice because I was being professional. Yes. So I was busy doing my work. So I just held the camera, I held on to my baby, and I was shooting. And when he asked me, so my friends took pictures. I think they were going to take pictures and he told them to snap. Because it was more like he was harassing because the way he held my hand. So they didn't take pictures as I then. But leaving that room, there was a self-identity crisis that happened to me at that moment. I was like, am I doing the wrong thing? Could it be that I'm in the wrong space?
Yeah.
But I'm just chasing my dream. I really don't care.
Yeah, I understand.
So after the meeting, my friends were like, Favour, Minister for Transport. How did you do it? You know. Then the next person I met was Davido's uncle, Adeleke.
Wow.
I covered a lot of meetings that they were all there. They were all chairmans. Senator Dino Milaye, I worked with his photographer. I worked with the Senate President's photographer as at then.
Yeah.
I worked with the late Senator Andy Uba. I worked with his photographer. So there were a lot of people that were already there that I worked with. And that was because of I kept my professionalism at a core peak. Guys were coming. Yeah, so young people, I could see fine guys. But when they see my camera, they run.
Yeah.
Basically, ladies there will probably do presenting, they'll do pep talks, or they're probably there to work with the legislative aid or something. But I was carrying cameras that my hands were paining me every day. And, but that's the fun part. So yeah, it was a whole lot of mental thing for me. But I got used to it. I got used to it. I even worked there. I was supposed to be paid. There are tips that my boss would put in his pockets. He will not give me. And I was like, sir, I could not ask him for my money.
Don't feel you're too young.
I'm too young.
Yes.
So those are things
what do you need money for?
The things I faced even while I was done with my IT and all that. But that was like the beginning of my career.
It's actually very beautiful to see that at a young age you were able to find your direction. Many people at that age, they don't tend to find their direction. But you did. What was there a defining moment for you that made you realize that, okay, you were called for more? You're not supposed to be at this level. You want more.
So I'm going to share one of the things I shared in my book,
Okay.
which I think it should be out by next year. It's supposed to be done this year. There are moments of realizations. I always wanted more. Girl to girl, I was never really happy with the things I was doing. People were so impressed. But I was not in for having an impressive CV. I was in for having my purpose and what I love. So there were days that I would go to the office with, there was no money. My parents were not all that rich. I came out from a middle class family, So there were days that there was no even money for me to eat, money till night. My boss is the one that will probably give me 1,000 naira to go home with. And all of that. But there were times where I regretted trying to make people, do things for people to say, well done. There were times I regretted.
Why?
Because I didn't see myself there. It wasn't about me. It was about them.
Yes.
So I literally started shrinking back. So I will do so much and I'll shrink. I'll do so much and I'll shrink. So that was how I kept on trying to strike a balance with what I wanted to do and what people are expecting me to do. Now, as a firstborn, your father is out there. You're supposed to maintain. Your father has set the standard. Yes. So, don't bring the standard down.
Bring it down.
Right? So I had
Whether
to keep it up, or a boy.
Yes.
I had to keep up with the standard, and it was so difficult for me. As a lady. I felt my father would, calm down or something, but it was never like that.
He didn't pamper you.
As I told you, that one of the things I started my life with was through pains. Yeah. Through times where I would cry, but I'll come out and clean my tears.
Of course.
I move,
It must be cut on fresh.
Exactly. That's how we say it. So yeah, it was like that. So it's always been that way. There are times where I never really felt happy doing what I was doing. But I had to just keep on living. I had to keep living up to people's expectations.
You were born in Abuja?
Yes.
But you're from Benin?
Yes.
So you know how to speak your language?
No, I don't.
Don't let them hear. Maybe we'll cut this part of the interview.
I try my best.
Because if you're in Nigeria and you don't know how to speak your language, it's like a crime. A very big offense.
It is
abomination.
It is. Do you know, even at the embassy too, when they ask you where you're from and you say, I'm from Lagos, then ask you, do you know Ikeja? And you're like, where is that? You just forged. It's a lie. You're not from Lagos.
Yes.
So I get what you're saying.
So how has being born in Abuja with Benin roots, how did it shape your identity and worldview?
So you know what they say, being they carry last.
Of course.
It's it is there. So I had a whole lot of people that were I dealt with people that said they don't trust many people.
Really?
There are some
I've not really
jobs.
heard that before.
Oh,
Yeah.
there are some people you would work with thinking that well, no, they all of you are guys. You're like, no, many people are not sincere people. Oh, my state has done a lot. Or the ones that say that they know how to be prostitutes and we travel the country and become prostitutes. But I'm not willing to. And that gave them the mindset and the approach on how they dealt with me as a young girl who was not even up to 20. I got men that would want to sleep with me. The first thing that comes to their mind is what prostitution, and I was rooted. That, first thing that comes to their mind is what opening your legs to get favoritism from them.
Oh,
and I just knew that I had God. There were times that it was crazy, but we're going to get to a story I'm going to share with you later. Okay. There were times where it was not funny, because these guys, you want to help, you want to put yourself out, you feel like your intellect is enough, but it's not what they want.
That's not what they're looking for.
That's not what they're looking for as a young lady. So my state had a lot to do with my relationship with people because of they don't trust many people. Our women attack with prostitution, our guys attack for Yahoo, then the ones that are not there.
Part, I hear that a lot.
Yeah. So then the ones that are not born and brought up there, they find it difficult to not associate you with them. So it's already a mental thing now. It's already a problem.
Stereotype.
Did you get the thank you, stereotype? So before you can make an impression, it's going to be so difficult. Yes. But I kept on doing what I was doing. Whether they see it or not, life goes on.
Whether they see it or not, life goes on. Now that relates to me. A bit as drift to me talking about myself. I'm from Kogi State, and there are a lot of things people say about Kogi people, especially Igala people. And then there was this day when I was in the university. I think I was still in 100 level, so I was trying to get to meet people, and then they'll ask you, "What state are you from?" And I'll be like, "I'm from Kogi, Igala," and the person was like, "Oh my God. Those people that used to do witchcraft."
Exactly.
Stereotype is too bad. It's actually too bad.
I didn't mention the witchcraft part. Let's talk about that part.
Well, I'm glad you're living with that and you're still achieving lots of that. Talking about achievement, you got your law credentials before 18.
Yes.
A lot of impressive things that I read about you. So that's not a common story. You barely hear that.
From anybody?
From anybody. Most people, before they achieve one or two things, they must be like in their 20s, but you got that before 18. Can you tell us more about that? Things you faced? How was it like for you?
Well, I finished my diploma in mass communication as at the age of 15. I was done working in National Assembly. I was already done with mass comm, so I wanted to study law. Mass comm was my dad's idea.
Really? Mass comm is a fun course now.
It is. It's so easy.
It's difficult a bit. People think it's not difficult. It is difficult, but it's fun.
I found it very interesting. But it was my dad's idea, but later on I came to terms with it. So I finished and I was looking. Yes, I did.
Thank you.
It was my dad's idea, though. I did. Then I stayed at home I stayed at home at 16. Towards the end of that year, I got the admission to study law.
Wow. So you wanted to study law all along?
That has been my thing. I wanted to be a lawyer. And I'm still going to be a lawyer, I know that part.
Of course.
So when I saw that there was an opening, so I was not up to 18. I applied for JAMB and UNILAG could not give me admission because I was not up to 18 as at that time. So my dad said, okay, go and do your advanced diploma in law. You already have a diploma in communication, so that's like a waiver for you. And I wanted to go to ABU Zaria to school because that's one of the best schools for law. So I now went to do my advanced diploma in law, like a remedial kind of, but my advanced diploma in law had like a step. It's like a step. Like I'm already like in my 200 levels in uni. So I went ahead to do my advanced diploma in law, and I was working with lawyers.
Wow.
Yeah, as soon as I finished my diploma in communication, I started working in law chamber I was working with lawyers, drafting out cases, listening to briefs, going to court. But I wasn't practicing as a lawyer, but I was working in a law firm. So that already helped me to, get familiar with the environment and with the job itself. I so much love being, in fact, currently I'm serving as a prosecuting officer with the government. So it just shows that I still found a way to get myself there.
Yeah.
So while I was doing my advanced diploma in law, I was in Abuja. Then I was shortly in Abuja and Mina. So that was where it was going on. And I finished after that. I came back to Abuja. So it's been something I wanted to do. And I was passionate about it. I was one of the best students when I was graduating, when I finished. But my class, my classmates were all bankers, captains of industries, because of they're just using it to add these credentials to theirs. I had a politician in my class,
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
I've always been in that space where it's been me and the matured folks.
Yes.
I'm always the youngest in the room, and they're all doing well in their professional spaces.
Imagine how it feels like to be the youngest in the room.
It's a bit intimidating.
I get it.
Oh, not for me though, for them.
Okay, let me clock that. Clock it.
So for them, because they're like, when I was at your age, I didn't know what I was doing.
Yes, yes.
So I was always getting that from them. I mean, I was not bothered though, because
it's nice actually.
But I was still dealing with the fact that they're older than me. How to relate with them, how to come to them. I'm calling the person not sir, but his first name. So it was always difficult. Then you now see his boss, his subordinates are coming and saying sir, and you're like, is it because my classmates? Do you understand?
Yes.
So doing my diploma in law actually helped me to widen my experiential knowledge in politics, in my approach to people, in the law, the country itself, wanting to be there. I always wanted to be a diplomat and ambassador for a small country in Africa. So that's always been my drive. So yeah, that's it.
You mentioned that you felt like imposter syndrome at some point. Yes, at that age, of course, you have self-doubt.
Yes.
How were you able to deal with it?
First of all, I'm going to say I'm grateful to God. I mean, he had to hold my hand. And I bless God for my pastor. I bless God for my siblings, my friends as at that time, and my family, my mom. My dad was always get it done. So I can't really put him there, because he might understand, he might not really understand.
Yes.
But my mom was always holding me through. My friends would pray for me. There were times where I was not even getting... There were times I cried. Even at the office too. I used to go to the bathroom and just cry. Because it's overwhelming.
Yes.
And still having to come out and make A's, come out as the best student.
Come out and get it done.
Family is expecting you to just come back home with something to hold on to as a testimony.
Yes.
And I just felt like, oh, okay, I can always get this over with. But I was grateful to God. He was the one that helped me. I didn't play with my relationship with God, because this imposter syndrome it affected me mentally, psychologically.
I can imagine.
Even in my relationship as I then.
Wow.
I had trust issues. I had a whole lot, and I kept on having relationships that were failing.
Because of the trust issues?
Trust issues. So is that the person is older and I'm younger, but I'm older in the mind?
Yeah.
And he's not purpose-driven, I'm purpose-driven.
Yeah.
So we're just two different people.
It's not balanced.
And there's no balance. So I just feel like this person is from a different part of the world, or from a different part of the world. So it kept on affecting a whole lot with me. But I just knew that I found God. I had to even go back and do, a call to worship. Like, they were doing altar call. I went back again. I wasn't from a Christian home. But because I was trying to find God for myself, because he was the only one that had answers to those questions and helped me walk through that path. That was it. That was how I was able to make it work.
That's lovely. You might be from a Christian home, but that does not mean you found God. So it's beautiful when you hear someone say, from a Christian home, and then I found God for myself. And I'm glad you were able to handle all of that imposter syndrome. Like you said, it's for them, it's not for me. So you describe yourself as someone driven to uplift humanity, one small act at a time, right? What does that philosophy mean in your everyday life?
So once more at a time. You see my story from when I finished secondary school to when I realized I need to focus on building myself, to when I realized that I need to have a story to tell. So the things I experienced were to tell people that, oh, there was a time where I was also feeling the way you're feeling too.
Yeah.
So when I say once more, so once it was a lot, but it was at a time. It wasn't permanent. One of the things I'll tell anybody in impact making is there's nothing you're going through that is permanent. The Bible says this will surely what? Pass. So there were times where it would happen. In fact, in Jesus Christ faced persecution.
Of course.
If as the Son of God, he was... Do you understand? So who am I? But it was once a whole lot of problem for him. But it was at a time. Everything has a time. The Bible says it has a time and what? Has a season. So when you understand that these things that God put you through, these things you go through are for testimonials to make somebody else. It might not be 1 million people. It might just be one soul that you're able to make impacts in. That is you helping humanity. That is you saying that one person will go and tell his child.
Yeah.
That, there was a meeting I attended that caused a change. That child, my father was the type that used to tell us stories. And this story is the person going to tell his friend is going to tell his mom going to tell his sister. That's how it goes. That's how it goes from that point. So it might not be everybody in the room. It might not be everybody you meet in your life. But it was once a whole lot of people that were involved in making your life terrible. But then it was for what? A time. It was just for that moment. It was just for that period.
Let's talk about TEDx Gwarinmpa. You're the organizer of TEDx Gwarinmpa.
What a very good shift. But yeah, we're in line.
All right. You were talking about platforms where you get to impact people's life.
True.
Yeah.
True.
So that's why it's
going
taking
there.
me to
It's
TEDx
going
Gwarinmpa.
there.
When I heard one of the organizer of TEDx Gwarinmpa, her name is Favour. I was like, So talking about TEDx Gwarinmpa, what does it take to build a platform where ideas matter?
You have to have an idea. It starts with anything you want people to enjoy has to start with you. I will tell you that everything I do is to glorify God. So everything that I imbibe, I emulate, I put out there is to glorify God. So I will do it the way Jesus Christ will do it. What's that one idea Jesus Christ is pushing? The gospel, right? Yes. What's that one idea Favour is pushing? Understanding purpose.
Understanding purpose.
So TEDx Gwarinmpa started from me identifying who I am. Now, coming down to the story of how this came about, I worked with the TEDx community before now. Okay. I organized International Women's Day for them. And did I face betrayal from them? Yes. That's when I realized that everything good springs out from something bad.
Yes.
Everything successful started from not realizing that success was going to come out from that thing. Every light shines more where there is what? Darkness. So I started off my TEDx community. Preach, sis. Preach. I started off my community based on after I felt a level of rejection. As an organizer, I didn't even know I was ever going to be an organizer in 2025.
Wow.
I applied for my license 3 times. It got denied. The third one was, okay, you know what? Let's just give it a try.
Consistent.
You understand? I feel like TEDx will be like, we'll see your name, we'll see your email. Let's just leave it for her, But at the same time, it drew the narrative to people that this girl is always chasing what she wants. Yeah. When I handled the other TED community, it was not my own. But people thought it was mine because of I nurtured it. The prayer I was giving, I made sure it happened despite the embarrassment, the insults, the night I cried, you know, there are times I did not sleep till 5 a.m. in the morning. There were weeks I would go planning, and things were not still going fine, you know. So people thought it was me. I was the organizer.
Yes.
But not knowing that I would be an organizer someday. And you know what the Bible says when David was playing the instrument for Saul, and the mantle of the kingship shifted from Saul to David. But what David was doing was to make Saul to sleep and rest through music. I was only trying to water the garden of this community. I was only trying to put their image right. I was only trying to say, it's a TED community. TED is known for greatness. So, you know, keep it going. But I didn't know I was going to face betrayal at the end of the day. Then that was when I said, you know what? I'm going to apply for my license. So I just tried casually. And ever since then, it's been me trying and getting it right. And bringing people together. So my friend was asking me, "Favour, what's really the reason why you have a TED community?" I said, anybody that knows me, you know that I like bringing people together. Seeing that they're happy. Just seeing that everybody's able to share ideas, learn, network, get opportunities that you will not get on the norms. That is my happiness. Opening doors to rooms where your leg will not carry you to, but your wisdom, your idea has taken you there at that very moment of grabbing the opportunity. So taking people on what it is to get opportunity, understand purposes, one of the reasons why my TED community would stand out in Abuja.
So you spoke about bringing people together. You've brought thought leaders together, and you're going to bring thought leaders to the TEDx Gwarinmpa for the year.
Conference, yeah.
Yeah, for the year as the organizer.
Yeah.
What has bringing people together, what has it taught you about people and ideas?
So one of the things I've learned is there's a difference between the person who carries the idea and the idea itself. If you look at who has the idea, you probably doubt what he's giving to you.
Imagine getting an idea from a 5-year-old.
Exactly.
Like, nah, this girl does not know what she's saying.
you get what I'm saying?
Yes.
But there are times where a 5-year-old can be featured on a TED stage.
Yeah.
Because why? There are some special kind of children that have that kind of gift. So, you know, it just tells that I've learned that you don't need to look at the person, but what are they carrying? That's why I tell you that my story is connecting to helping people go out there, impacting in their lives, because there's a lot more you can give to the world. And living a life that has trademarks in the lives of people is worth living more than 1,000,000 years without making one impact or without helping anyone. So one of the things I've learned so far, I feel like I probably said a lot, but you don't push an idea because of the carrier of the idea. You accommodate the both of them. There are people that have less exposure, but their idea seems to be so phenomenal. What they seem to give to the world is amazing. Like in my community, the least person there carries the greatest strength. Is able to carry everybody. When I found out that this is such a rare gift, there are people that have the capacity to accommodate people. And it shows a team spirit. It shows a spirit that's willing to build and grow. So that's one of the things I can tell you that I've learned as an organizer. One of the things I've learned bringing a lot of mind-blowing, life-changing people together. One of the things I've learned personally in my life journey. So yeah.
That's beautiful. You spoke about speaking to people to go out there and become what they want to be and who they want to be.
Yeah.
Why do you believe that conversation can change communities?
So this just triggered my mind back to what I said yesterday. The first level of influence is communicating. The first level of relationship with anybody is what? Communicating. Communication is the foundation for anything you want to do in this life. If you give birth to a child today, what does that child say? Baba, ba.
Yes.
When the child grows, say dada, mama.
Yes.
From there it goes to daddy, mommy. It starts at that level. So when you want to determine someone's level of interest in you or in anybody at all, it starts with what? Communication. Communication is a core foundation for anything you want to do. So that's why I feel like if I'm going to make a change to one person, to a generation, I need to start with one person, understanding what I'm carrying. I need to start with one person, breaking it down to molecules for that one person to understand in a room of 10,000 people. Pastor Lawrence Oyo said he was in a meeting and there was a woman, a Muslim woman that came for that meeting. He prayed. Nobody was following the anointing. He prayed, sang. Everybody was just looking at him. He went back to his car and cried his eyes. I said, God, this is how it is.
This is how you want to
This is how you
embarrass
want
me.
to. But God doesn't embarrass you.
Yeah.
But the next day of that meeting, somebody came and said they gave their life to Christ. In that same meeting where it was not looking like the atmosphere had changed, but there was one life that was saved. So it starts with communicating and be willing to secure someone's interest, no matter how it is. So even if they're just 10 people and 2 people have gotten the message, you have done what 1 million people will do.
So you believe conversations can change communities?
Conversations can change an entire generation.
TEDx Gwarinmpa is a platform where people have conversations, where people network, where people speak, share ideas.
Exactly.
Yes, that's the whole idea of TEDx Gwarinmpa. What should we expect from this year? The theme for this year is
Limitless Horizon.
Limitless Horizon. So what should we expect from
First,
TEDx Gwarinmpa?
First of all, I would advise you to come with an expectation.
You know, when you go to church, they'll say, come with an expectation. Yes. So your heart will be blessed.
So even when nobody is getting something,
you will get something.
You will get something from there. So once you expect so much, the littlest deliverables you see, you count it as something phenomenal. You count it as something transformational. So I would advise you to be willing to be innovative. Because one of the things I tell people is my community is in there for mentorship and to accumulate innovation. Innovation is the nearest thing that can drive you to the global system, to the global ecosystem. So you have to be willing to hear things that would shift your culture, shift your mindset. Yes, because this kind of meetings, you don't just come and go.
Yes, you don't just come and go.
If you come and go, then that means you don't know. That means you're not expecting something.
So you don't come to look Uche face.
I mean, so in as much as it is a conference that a lot of people are anticipating, and we have a lot of TED communities in Abuja, I might be saying innovation and mentorship. Somebody else might be saying standing in that circle and sharing that one idea. Somebody else might be saying, oh, what is that thing you want the world to hear that they don't know about? What's that story you're telling? The thing that TED accumulates a lot of the things I've just said now. But if you come to my community, you get to join the Mentors Forum as a speaker. You as a participant get to join the mentorship package as a attendee. That's a long-term plan to secure your interest in what we do. So as much as I'm saying, oh, you want to be innovative, you need an opportunity, you need platforms, these are the things you need to put in the background work to keep everything going. So get ready to be mentored.
Get ready to be mentored. Get ready to receive, to accumulate.
Yeah.
Let me stop there. Looking at your journey, you are a TEDx organizer.
Now?
Yes, after applying 3 times. The consistency for me. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
So looking at your journey from the Senate press at 14 to being...
Let's not mention the age. Some people get cold feet.
But it's something to be proud of.
It is.
Okay, so but looking at your journey from Senate press to HR to having your startup,
Premier
Africa, yes, to being the organizer of TEDx. What thread connects all of them? What thread connects all these rules? Oh, not to forget being a photographer too. So what thread connects all these rules?
One thing that connects each of them is purpose. One thing that connects each of them is passion. One thing that connects each of them is communication. Everything I have done is to say, well, the summary of it all is impact. That's the connecting story. From being a Senate photographer, working with the Senate Press Corps as a young girl that doesn't really know much about life, I was only willing to tell stories, right? Tell stories and to keep memories and moments documented. And that's another level of impact. Being a HR consultant, keeping administrative policies, helping startups to grow, to get it right, that's another level of what impact in the corporate space. Now, having a TEDx community and having a community where we get to have a lot of professionals, captains of industries, very senior men, in the global space come on board, it's another level of what impact. So I will tell you that purpose, passion, and impact is the connecting thread between everything I've done so far in life. I'm not living life for just me. I'm living life for who is coming after I leave. I'm living life for what trademark will you see my hand stamp somewhere and say, oh, I know that person. I've been able to watch how the person grows, and this hand stamp is valid. So yeah.
So you're like a walking motivation.
I feel flattered.
What is one fear you had to overcome to become who you are today?
One fear, the fear of failing.
Actually, the fear of failing, it will push you to go beyond your limit.
Exactly. So when you look at our theme for the conference, Limitless Horizon, that's one of the topics that is the background story for anybody that is breaking limits. So that fear of failing, it allows you to stretch yourself beyond your horizons. It allows you to break through. It allows you to break through beyond your own self-reach. It's like a singer singing at a high pitch and doesn't know that, oh, I can actually run some staccato, some scales in my voice. So when you're scared of failing, that's one of the things that make me cry. It makes you want to overdo yourself. It makes you want to live up to a certain expectation that is not even there. If you really look at it, even the littlest, I'm going to tell you something. When I did my first International Women's Day event, a night to the conference, to the event, I almost got raped. But did I wake up the next morning, clean my tears, wear my makeup on, my red lipstick, and go on stage with my wig? I did.
That's strong.
Did I feel like did I deal with someone who is gender biased? I did. I didn't care if it was a women event. I wanted to see it crumble and fail. That saw me as a failure. I did. But the fear of failing did not allow me to give up on myself. I was so scared that when I get on stage, I would lose my voice. That man that tried to rape me will probably be sitting in the audience and be laughing at me. But I still give myself reasons to stand on that stage and say, thank you all for coming. I'm really grateful. Thank you for believing in me. That's it. So one of my greatest fears was the fear of failing. Everybody that is successful had to deal with that and overcome it. I can't say I've overcome it though, but I'm still scared. That's why times when I get overwhelmed, I cry.
Actually, it's good to cry.
It's not like I'm getting it wrong. I might not be. But I feel like it's so much happening. This is too much. What's really going on? Like, what is really going on? Then that's fear speaking to me, saying, I think you should take a break and stop it. Cancel everything. That's fear.
For yeah.
But when I realized that, oh, there are people that has put in the work, there are graphic designers that did not sleep. My social media team have worked on drafts. My administrative team have worked on things. I don't have a reason to let those people's hard work go to the mud. Or the money, the resources, the people that believed in me and gave me small money here and there. I don't have a reason to tell them it's not possible.
Yes.
So one of my fear is the fear of failing and failing really bad and not living up to the people. Remember I made mention of impact.
Yeah.
Those people, I need to make sure that they see their hard work play. So yeah.
That was so emotional. If you could speak to your younger self, what will you tell her?
Favour, you are special.
I
You're a
don't feel like
special
you're talking
child.
to me.
Oh no, because your namesake.
Yeah.
But I'm going to whisper to her ears when she was sitting down in that room where she was trying to, register for her advanced diploma in law in mass communication, and remind her that you're very special. Don't look at the women in this room that are presenters, editors, TV hosts. Don't look at them. You are special. Don't do too much. Build yourself more. I never got a chance to receive my father's accolades. People always tell my father is proud of me, but I never really heard him say it to me.
You know, fathers don't tend to show emotions.
And I started looking out for love on the streets.
Yeah.
And that was risky.
Very, very risky.
That was risky. I mean, I could have gotten pregnant earlier then. So my 12 years old self, I'll tell her not to get pregnant, not to look for men that will love her or young men that will love her, but focus more on Jesus and what Jesus would do through you. When you understand the mandate attached to your destiny, you don't settle for whatever circumstances you are in. So I'll probably tell her to focus more on God and love herself and realize how special she is. My friend said, if you sell pepper tomorrow, Favour, we'll come and support you and buy all the pepper that is left on your tray. If you sit on the street and fry a car, come and sit down with you and drive our cars and park and sit with you. And gist. Because why? We've seen you do it. We know who you are. So I'll tell her that don't give up on yourself. There are people that are coming with you in life. That if these people now don't see it, when you embrace your growth, you attract those kind of people that believe in you. So I'll tell her not to give up.
I'm going to tell them to cut out this part so that when I listen to it, so I'll feel like you're speaking to me. That was actually very nice. You've achieved a lot from a younger age till now. But of course, you're planning to achieve more and more. You're beautiful more. So what do you see yourself building in the next 5 to 10 years?
If God keeps us alive, by God's grace.
Amen.
In 5 years' time, I want to see visionary people. I want to be in a room where there's a round table of people who have been able to build their visions through my platform. In 10 years' time, I want to see their visions scaling up in 10 years. So it's not me. I don't know if you've noticed, it's not about me.
Yes.
But it's about those people that never had a voice or an opportunity. Having it, doing it, living in it, now birthing it, and bringing people into it. So in 5 years' time...
impact.
Thank you. In 5 years' time, I want to have a TEDx building that is probably like a tourism attraction. People travel around the world. They come down to Nigeria, come down to Abuja, and we have a TEDx meet hub. Downstairs is for events, upstairs is for salon meetings, the third floor is offices. Now, that's not because of it's just for me, but it's somewhere people come and feel their dreams and visions can come to play and come to life. So that's the 5 years plan. But in that same 5 years, I would have built a mentorship forum, a mentors community, and a mentees community. So it's 2 wings of TEDx Gwarinmpa. That is to sustain the vision and the mandate of living up to people and impact at the same time. So yeah.
That's beautiful. A very good inspiration for me to build. And grow. Okay. It's been a lovely, lovely moment with you. I wish I would not even let you go. I wish we can talk and talk, but of course, time is not on our side.
True.
And you also have to go. But before you go, what do you hope young people remember you for?
What do I hope young people remember me for? That young girl, I might not be young forever, but that young girl who held on to God and held on to purpose. You jumped the boat
To make an impact.
to make an impact. So even if I become the richest woman in Africa tomorrow, I didn't start as being the richest.
Of course.
I started at making people rich. Don't teach me how. Don't give me fish alone.
Teach me how to catch.
Teach me how to catch the fish.
Mm.
So I would want to tell young people that no matter how you live your life, recklessly, playfully, try to see who else in the room is looking at you and not talking. And go down and dig and say, why are you not saying anything? What's going on?
Are you fine?
So see that as you reaching to your younger self and making amends.
Yes.
I didn't get the opportunity, but I'm gonna make sure you don't sleep. You don't get distracted. Do you understand? You don't miss it. So that's one of the things I will tell you. Look out for a younger you. I'm not saying you should make somebody you.
Yes.
But look for a way to make one life feel that change.
Yes.
Don't be self-centered with what God has given to you. God was not selfish.
No, he wasn't.
He was, even when he was so jealous that he loves you and he didn't want you to miss it. God was never selfish. So if he took you with care and tender, don't take somebody else that is not from your family or from your blood. Don't take the person for less. Treat the person the same way God would treat that person. So I'll tell any young person, make impact. But make impact with purpose and carry God along so you don't do the wrong things with them.
All right, that was a very lovely one. Make impact, but make impact with purpose. Thank you so much for your time, Favour. It was nice having you here. We hope to do this more and more and more.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, as the year goes by, the conferences are passing. Maybe when we're doing our 10 years or 5 years anniversary, we'll have another session.
We hope to have you some other time on One-on-One with Aza TV. It's been a lovely moment with Favour Edobor Angel. I hope you enjoyed this episode because I did. And I'm going to watch it over and over again. Lots of inspiring talk in it. So if you have not subscribed to One-on-One, if you've not subscribed to Aza TV, please like, share, and subscribe. It's Favour the Vegan Tea, and I will see you on the next episode. Bye.